And I would like to say, y'all boys need to go ahead and get that vasectomy and get off them girls and stop ruining their lives.
In the midst of the chaos in this country with this administration and the most outlandish rulings coming from our Supreme Court justices over the past few years, I'm just honored to be in the rooms with some of the most passionate people that are advocating for the civilians of this country. Last night I got to sit down with Planned Parenthood and go to a dinner and listen to Alexis McGill Johnson speak about the future of Planned Parenthood and where we're going to move forward. So it's been 4 years since the Dobbs decision to repeal the Supreme Court justice ruling of Roe v. Wade, and we sat down and heard the horror stories that these women have had to endure over the past few years. Women have been driving state to state, miles and miles from Florida, Georgia, all the way up to D.C. just to get reproductive health care. It's insane. And some of them have underlying conditions where if they don't make it in time, then they may not make it. They may lose their lives. We heard stories about women losing their lives at the hospital because doctors had to get procedures approved before they can start the procedure. And by the time the procedure got approved, the woman had already lost her life. Women sitting with sepsis building up in their body while in the emergency room. Women losing their lives left and right. All because women can't get reproductive health care. It's insane. As you all know, I've always been an advocate for black women, whether it's jokes about the dating scene or me yelling at the top of my lungs, screaming in this little box in your phone at 7 in the morning about the local and federal elections that's going on. But I just feel like it was a great honor to sit down with a most powerful black woman that I've met so far, Alexis McGill Johnson, and listen to her speak, and then I got to ask her some questions.
All right, you guys, we're out here in Georgetown in the city right now with Alexis McGill Johnson. Right came down here to Washington, D.C. to speak to us about Planned Parenthood. And I just wanted to ask her a couple of questions, if that's okay. But
of course.
First off, how are you today?
I'm good, Anthony. Thank you for having me today.
Great. Are you enjoying D.C.?
I am. I love D.C. It feels like it's not just too hot. It feels like it's just the right vibe right now.
Perfect. So it's been 4 years since the Dobbs decision, and I just wanted to ask a couple of questions on the progress. Number one, with the local elections that just happened, are you seeing any hope or any positivity that's coming from the local politicians that may be able to make a little bit moves or shakes for the future of the decisions for those 22 states with restrictions?
Absolutely. No, the fact that we are 4 years out from the Dobbs decision, which overturned Roe v. Wade, which eliminated our constitutional protection for abortion, meaning politicians decided that they wanted to take their power and control over our bodies and return it to the states. We have seen so many horrible, horrific stories of what people are navigating right now. And, you know, at the same time, we've also seen people rise up, right? And actually elect people who are very committed to figuring out a way to strategize to ensure that we get back to state and federal legislation to protect our bodies. Right. So just with this wave, you know, we're seeing more and more progressive people who are showing up, and they are putting abortion rights, protecting Planned Parenthood, protecting voting rights, all the things that actually impact patients at Planned Parenthood at the center of their agenda. And I think that is because the people are also demanding that. So I am like disheartened that we're still 4 years normalizing this travel, but also really hopeful by what I'm seeing.
Great. Well, that is a small win.
Yeah.
And on a little bit more positive note, just to give people some more information, since I'm one of the only men here, it's a lot of women in the room right now. I looked up and I've already did my research on what you can do to help men at Planned Parenthood. But when men see Planned Parenthood, you know, they don't think about what Planned Parenthood could do for men, especially if you don't have insurance. So could you just give the people a little bit of information on what you can do?
Absolutely. So Planned Parenthood is the nation's largest sexual and reproductive healthcare provider. Sometimes it's often the first point of entry into the healthcare system, right? So Planned Parenthood provides access to STI testing and treatment, vasectomies, access to contraception, to HIV, PEP and PrEP, and of course access to abortion, which is, yes, of course, affects women's bodies, but they're partners as well, right? So like these are not issues that are limited by gender, that everybody can benefit from having a positive sexual and reproductive health life, right? And so that's what Planned Parenthood is about. And so we believe that, you know, ensuring that anybody who walks through Planned Parenthood's doors is somebody who's like coming in because they want to take control over their lives. They want their own self-determination, and we're here for it. We're here to help however we can.
Great. And I would like to say, y'all boys need to go ahead and get that vasectomy and get off them girls and stop ruining their lives. Some of you all boys just get the vasectomy and it'll be a little bit easier so the women won't have to, do all of these medications and things like that. The vasectomy is a lot easier for the men. Just go ahead and get it done.
And just get tested. That is also
and
like
get
an
tested.
amazing thing that you can do
Yes.
to protect everybody in your community. Get tested, get treated, and you'll be good. Get to go back around.
Thank you so much,
All right,
Alexis.
thank you.